Hello, this is Solving System of Equations Mixture Problems, Example 1. The problem I'll be solving has to do with a mixture of raisins and nuts. The raisins sell for $4.50 a pound, the nuts sell for $3.75. The store wants to make a 15-pound mixture that sells for $4.25 a pound. And it says, write a system of equations that can be used to determine how many pounds of raisins and nuts the store should mix. I started writing down the information in my own words. It helps. It makes you take ownership, and you start to see the relationships easier. So I wrote down the cost of the raisins and the cost of the nuts. And we need to make 15 pounds of a mixture that's going to sell for $4.25. Now, the question makes sense because the mixture is going to be between the cost of the nuts and the cost of the raisins. It's closer to the price of the raisins, so we're probably going to have more raisins than nuts. And if the mixture was going to sell for more or less than either one of these costs, then that wouldn't make sense. So anyway, one thing we're going to have to do for sure is we're going to have to multiply the number of pounds times the cost. This is a very reoccurring theme. When we did the story problem about the websites, it was the number of months times the cost per month. When we did the one about the soccer balls and the soccer bags, it was the number of balls times the cost per ball. And also in that problem, it was the number of bags times the cost for each bag. There was another problem where we were renting skates and bicycles, and it was the number of skates skates rented times their cost, and also the number of bicycles times the cost for renting them. This is a reoccurring theme where you multiply the number of things you have times their cost. It's true when you go to the grocery store. If you buy a number of oranges and they cost a certain amount each, then you multiply the number of oranges times how much they cost. It's a very reoccurring theme. To solve this, I'm going to set up a couple of variables, one for the amount of raisins and the other for the amount of nuts that go into this mixture. And let's multiply the amount of the raisins times the cost, and we'll multiply the amount of the nuts times their cost, and if we add those two amounts together, that's going to equal the cost of the mixture. So x is the amount of raisins, so I'll multiply the amount of raisins times their cost. I'm going to add that to the amount of nuts times their cost, and altogether this mixture, the cost for the mixture is the number of pounds of the mixture times the price of the mixture. So that's $4.25 times 15. Okay, we need one more equation, and that means there's one more relationship here that we have to see and write down the equation for. And that has to do also with this 15 pounds of the mixture, because the amount of raisins, if I add that to the amount of nuts, that equals 15 pounds. And the question said to write a system of equations that I could use to solve this. So I don't even have to solve this. I'm done. I've wrote my system of equations. And if I was going to solve this, I think it would be best if I did it by substitution. I'd rearrange this second equation, so maybe I would have x equals negative y plus 15. Substitute that in there for x, and I'd be able to solve and get my answers.